Well, in the last 24 hours, 3 school districts here in Northwest Ohio have made social media posts or sent emails to families about issues with food shortages and having to change up their menus. Kaylee Kirby joining us in studio tonight to explain. And Kaylee, what's the reasoning behind all of this?
Well, Jeff, plain and simple, it's because of COVID-19. It's the pandemic. Sylvania City Schools, Tiffin City Schools, and Woodmore local schools tell me their menus have to change because they can't get certain food items. But they're not alone. They say other districts in our area and across the nation are facing this problem.
Overall, it's probably the hardest in 31 years in food service that I've ever seen being able to get supplies and food.
Local school districts say COVID-19 and the pandemic assistance schools applied for are affecting what your kids eat for lunch. Since the pandemic hit, school meals are free for all students. But local food service directors say it wasn't taken into account how many students would take advantage of it.
Our numbers in Sylvania were up about 61% from a normal year. So especially at the high school level, we're up 100% at both of our high schools. So we're producing a lot more food and obviously using a lot more product. So I think that's really having an effect.
And it's not an easy fix. Holston says the problems start at the top and have now trickled down to individual school districts. Farmers are having issues getting produce and crops to offset the increase. Production is lagging because places don't have enough workers. On top of that, there's not enough truck drivers to transport the food to districts. And once it does arrive, some of it's unusable.
It's not their fault. They're trying to do the best they can to help us with subs and that kind of stuff. But it's very, very time consuming trying to find our subs. And that's why I had to move the high school and middle school to one main dish item.
Food service directors now have to go to other suppliers to try and get products, and they're having to pay 2 to 3 times more than what they normally would. I also asked district leaders how long they expect this issue to last. They tell me it's only the beginning. They've been told to prepare for these problems well into next year. Meanwhile, they're asking families to have patience and not to worry, your kids will still get fed. In studio tonight, Kaylee Kirby, WTOL 11.